new research in the BMJ says about different ways to fast. Welcome. Let us talk about what the new research in the BMJ says about different ways to fast, how they change body weight and heart health. The research looked at 99 trials. The trials followed 6,582 adults. About 2 out of 3 were women. The middle age was 45 years. Almost everyone had extra weight. The usual body mass index was about 31. 3 fasting styles are popular. First comes alternate day fasting. Here, people eat one day and then fast or eat very little the next day. Second comes time-restricted eating. A common plan is the 16-to-8 plan. People fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window. Third comes a whole day of fasting. A known version is the 5-to-2 plan, where people eat as usual for 5 days and limit calories for 2 days. The research compared these fasting plans with 2 other eating plans. One was continuous energy restriction. That means steady calorie cuts every day. The other was ad libitum. That means people eat what they want without limits. Now the big question. How much weight did people lose compared with ad libitum eating? Alternate day fasting cut weight by about 3.4 kilograms on average. Whole day fasting cut weight by about 2.4 kilograms. Continuous restriction cut weight by about 2.1 kilograms. Time-restricted eating cut weight by about 1.7 kilograms. That is smaller, but even a small loss can help health. However, I think the issue is which plan I can stick to in the long term. When alternate day fasting went head-to-head with continuous restriction, it still did a little better. The extra loss was about 1.3 kilograms. When it lined up against time-restricted eating, it did a touch better too. The edge was about 1.7 kilograms. The difference with whole day fasting was about 1 kilogram. Wait, there's more. But do not forget to hit the like button if you think this video is useful. Shorter trials, under 24 weeks, showed these weight gaps more clearly. But when trials lasted 24 weeks or longer, the gaps faded. In longer trials, any plan that cut calories led to similar weight drops of around 2 to 3.5 kilograms, compared with ad libitum eating. This tells us that sticking with a plan for many months matters more than which plan you choose. Body mass index changed as well. Alternate day fasting lowered body mass index by about 1.2 units against ad libitum eating. Against time-restricted eating, it lowered body mass index by about 0.6 units. Against whole day fasting, the gap was about 0.5 units. Waistlines trimmed too. Compared with continuous restriction, alternate day fasting pulled waist size down by a bit more than 1 centimeter. Blood fats also shifted. Alternate day fasting lowered total cholesterol compared with time-restricted eating. It also lowered triglycerides and the group of bad fats that doctors call non-high-density lipoprotein cholesterol. But when time-restricted eating faced whole-day fasting, it showed slight rises in total cholesterol, low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, and non-high-density lipoprotein cholesterol. The changes were small, yet they remind us that numbers can move in both directions. Blood pressure saw light shifts. Alternate day fasting nudged systolic pressure down compared with time-restricted eating. The drop was small. Time-restricted eating also lowered diastolic pressure versus ad libitum eating. The research graded the trust in these findings. Confidence levels were moderate to high for weight results. Evidence for other markers ranged from low to high. So the numbers give a solid picture for weight and a fair picture for many other factors. What about safety? 56 of the trials wrote down side effects. 27 trials found no harmful events in people who fasted. The rest saw minor issues. People mentioned constipation, nausea, hunger, loose stools, or dizziness. One person had a fall linked to low blood sugar. That was the only severe event. Adherence, or how well people stuck to the plan, was high at first. Over 74 out of 100 days went as planned in many short trials. But adherence dipped in some year-long trials. In one whole-day fasting trial, adherence slid from 74% at 6 weeks to 22% at 52 weeks. A time-restricted eating trial held up better at about 84% over a year. So choosing a plan that fits your life can help you keep going. Let us pause and picture an average person. Suppose Sam decides to try alternate day fasting. Research hints that Sam may drop around 3 kilograms in a few months. But if Sam prefers time-restricted eating, the loss may be closer to 2 kilograms. The gap is not huge, but Sam may find it easier to eat within a set window than to skip food every other day. The best plan is the one Sam can keep. Why do these fasting methods work? When you spend long hours without food, the body taps stored energy. Insulin levels sink. Fat burning rises. Hunger hormones learn new rhythms. But long fasting hours can be tough. Social dinners, work shifts, and evening snacks tempt many people. Continuous restriction is different. You eat every day, but in smaller portions. It sounds simple, but calorie counting can tire people out. That's why some folks like fasting patterns. They don't have to track every bite, they just watch the clock or the calendar. Now think about whole-day fasting, such as the 5-to-2 plan. On 2 days, you aim for about 500 to 600 calories. On the other 5 days, you eat your usual food. This pattern suits some because only 2 days feel strict. But large swings in eating can lead to strong hunger on fast days. Time-restricted eating is popular because it blends into daily life. Many people skip breakfast anyway. By shifting the first meal to noon, they hit a 16-hour fast. But some research suggests an early eating window later in the day might match the body clock better. Morning windows may improve blood sugar and blood pressure. Yet later eating windows can clash with social dinners. Alternate day fasting works by giving full break days. People eat very little, often about 500 calories, on fast days. The next day, they eat freely. This hard swing can cause strong hunger, but some say they enjoy clear rules. The numbers show it can give a slightly more weight loss in the short run. But sticking with it for a year is hard for many. What does this all mean for healthcare teams? They can offer fasting as an option along with steady calorie cuts. The research found no big differences in long-term weight loss between fasting styles and continuous restriction when people stayed on the plan. So the key is matching the plan to the person. One fasting method they missed is the fasting mimicking diet. This method, called FMD, is a dietary approach that aims to mimic the cellular and metabolic effects of fasting while still allowing for some food intake. It involves a cyclical, short-term, typically 3 to 7 day restriction of calories, protein, and carbohydrates, with a focus on healthy fats. This mimics the benefits of prolonged fasting, such as improved metabolic health, reduced inflammation, and potential longevity benefits. I find it is the easiest to do. See the video at the end of this for more details. Let us list practical tips. First, pick a plan that fits your daily routine and social life. Second, start with a short fasting window, then grow it if it feels okay. Third, drink water, tea, or coffee without sugar during fasting hours. Fourth, plan balanced meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats to feel full. Fifth, keep an eye on energy drinks and snacks. Hidden calories can break the fast. Sixth, move your body. Light walks or stretches pair well with fasting. Seventh, sleep matters. Short sleep can spike hunger. Eighth, talk with a doctor if you have medical problems or take medicines. People with diabetes, liver disease, or other health issues should get medical advice before long fasts. Blood sugar can drop. Medication doses may need tweaks. Let us look at numbers again. In the trials, about 80% of people kept to the plan for up to 12 weeks. Beyond 24 weeks,